Power to the peoples. We back at new maintenance. Yeah. We're gonna rock like do-rag doom. And the do-rags that came in. You already know. We outside. Yep. Huh? We outside. Got that word. You already know what time it is. We here. Big up to all those that came in attendance. This that scam Donnie. His name ain't Mom Donnie. It's Scam Donnie. I want to be in the news too. We got the news. You feel me? We got the fresh print cover for everything. Feel me? We outside. Scam Donnie. Alright? That's what we doing. With Scam Donnie. Alright? Snake oil ex-con businessman. Huh? The ex-con snake oil businessman. Selling New York a fake plan, you heard? He's selling New York a fake plan. An ex-con snake oil businessman. Scam Donnie. They got you, baby. They got you with this one. I couldn't wait to see how this was going to play out. Welcome to the show. You know what I mean? Mayor Adams got you, baby. It's 1 million independents in the city going up against a few thousands or hundreds of Democrats. There's not that many Democrats in New York. There's a lot of Republicans in New York. You know what I'm saying? Along with independents. It's 1 million of them alone. Feel me? And that weather yesterday, that wasn't the weather. You see how it feels today? Yesterday, weather, and the day before, weather was fake weather. That was Harpo, man. That was Harpo. Also, it was the nuclear effects that those bombs blew up and you felt all that nuclear wave, you heard? That's what that was too. So it's two ways you could think of that. You know what I'm saying? What causes all this? Son of man. High explosions. You know what I'm saying? Caused by the son of man. So that weather yesterday was over. Yo, what you doing? Stop. It was over the amount, you heard? That weather was over the amount yesterday. That was hard. You know? Yo, what you doing, man? Sit down. Stop. Because Africa don't get that hot like that. And we're going to blame the cars and transportation and everything else that was out there pushing that air all in the whirlwind. So New York had their first weather control. And they also told us that when that sun, on the day of Yama Kiyama, the Most High told us it's going to be so hot, you're going to be looking for shade. And that's exactly how it was. And I'm out here in Queens. So it's the desert. So you can imagine, if I was in Brooklyn, they got trees. If I was in Bronx, they got a couple of trees. Harlem, they got some trees. When you start seeing these trees moving, start worrying. But you ain't gonna have no shade. You ain't gonna have no shade, boy. That HARP system was scary yesterday, day before yesterday. I believe it was the nuclear bomb settings from Donald Trump and all the rest of that stuff that happened that trickled. Because, you know, air can float, man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I was thinking that. I couldn't even tell y'all that yesterday because I was so affected by it also. But I was cool. My animal felt it. And we felt it in the wee hours of the morning when we tried to get him out there in the sun quarters. This dude was damn near panting to death. I thought he was dying. He survived. We survived that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And plus, we all know when it gets hot, it has to rain. It wasn't no rain. The sun cannot operate like that without rain. In order for the sun to make it hot like that, he got to tell rain, yo, you got to come and calm it down. I burnt it up out there. The rain didn't come. You mean to tell me it was so hot that it knocked out the evaporation of the precipitation? Nah, we couldn't get nothing. No air, nothing. That was crazy, man. That was crazy. And this ain't like no, well, it gets hot like this in Texas. This is different. You got trees out there. They don't call Queens the desert for nothing. You heard? They don't call it the desert in Queens for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be real heavy to be out here, man. This is Iraq, for real. They call it that for all they years and years. You know what I mean? This was just a presentation to step on the game that they got out there. You know what I mean? Because I ain't got no work. Everybody's did their job. The job is done. You know what I'm saying? Big up to the situation that got fixed. You know what I'm saying? So y'all watching highs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get y'all in the mix to see what we do. We doing our work over here. Now get in here. What you doing? We doing our work. What's up, y'all? Came right outside before 11 to see what's up. To tell you about Scam Donnie. Not Ma'am Donnie. Mom Donnie. Scam Donnie. Now he gonna have the Indians or the Muslims or whatever Indian descent that's his side of town look at us kind of funny now. I was talking to some of them They asked me who I was voting for. I said, I'm going for Mayor Adams. I'm running independent. He didn't want to serve me no more. That's how I knew it was real. All out here in Queens, in the area I'm at, Mom Donnie posters is all over the place. Go viral. Get a marker and run on the lawn and write scam Donnie. You know what I'm saying? The ex-con businessman. The ex-con snake or businessman selling New York City a fake plan. You know what I'm saying? And the trial of Diddy is out the way. Now y'all don't know what to say. The judge did the right thing, man. The Illuminati did the right thing. Put him in his place. Put him in his place. I don't want to hear nothing about Nas and Jim Jones. The reason why? Because it's good for hip hop. As long as they're not talking about killing each other. You feel me? As long as they're not talking about killing each other. You know what I mean? He was out there for 2 hours. So he's done. He's about to quit in a minute. So we outside with our work. You know what I'm saying? We outside with our work. What up, y'all? Scam Don. I just dropped a little science on y'all real quick. Other than that, that was just my news. You know, as far as Adam 22, Adam 12, Adam 36, whatever number he want to play. You feel me? He's cornered at the end of the day. Do-rag doom balls, you heard? So we chill. Big up to all the moderators in the building. Good to see y'all hanging in there, chilling with Do-Rag Doom. It feels good. Big up to the TSB, the Sage Brothers. TSB, big up to them. Feel me? And of course, the 090, the movement. Feel me? And all the rest of them guys that's out there. You know what I'm saying? All my family. You know what I'm saying? We outside. What y'all up to, man? Waiting for y'all to get in the building. Y'all running. Make me reach up to 5,000 points, man. Let's get this up, man. Let's get this up, man. We outside, man. Tell them we outside, man. Feel me? Tell them we outside. I know they sleeping. I'm up early though. What's up? What's up? All Savage gave you that dirty bird. Huh? Hold on. Let's get it right. When did they get in the building? They got to get in the building. It was more than that. This is Scam Donnie, man. You heard? This is Scam Donnie, son. Y'all know what time it is, man. We outside with this work. What you doing? You hiding in the background? You took it? You know we got the crown, man. Come on outside, man. Word up. Don't be like that. Come outside and say, yo, Doom TV is out there. He hustle. You know what I'm saying? Snake all you con men, man. What up? Feel me? I see y'all, man. I gotta get in the building because YouTube will play y'all out. I'm gonna give y'all my notification. Unless y'all pressing that thing on the side of the John. YouTube will play y'all out. Check out my levels. Yeah, we good. You know what I'm saying? What we doing out here, man? Feel me? What we doing out here? You know what I'm saying? We up. No doubt. We up. You feel me? We hustling this, man. We up. What's up, y'all? Scam Don. This is just to get in the algorithm of the Don. Not Donnie, president, but Donnie Madonna. You know what I'm saying? Who was jerking wreck. Had everybody believe in the check. What check? Hmm? Hmm? The Indian check? You get ready to get those peoples? You get ready to hook those peoples up. You get ready to hook them up. You know what I mean? You get ready to hook them up. You get ready to hook them up. I don't know if it's what it is, but you a crook. I seen that look. You looking all crazy in the face with a book. But I hit you in the head with a book. Now read something. Go look. This how we came outside where we got this, that, the third. Now you're looking up in the sky. This how we came when we came outside. You ran. Now you wonder why. This how you came through fly. Was he on the wall fly? Yeah, he was fly. Called the Nick fly. Yeah, we know the time that he was scared to drive by. Look over your shoulder, the leprechaun. That's where he at, but he's still on. That's how he moved when he was puffing on the bomb. Got him real high that day. Get along, you know. Slide off and slide back. What's up with that track? You don't know. But it's Doom TV, yo. Do-Rag is in the building. How about that? Leprechaun blood is live mud. High flood. Real just your mug. You're looking like fake with beauty love. Hit you with some security thugs. That would cause you get the virus bug. Yeah, the jeweler sold jewels for thugs. Drugs. This time I came with slugs. Hit you in your jibs, now you sipping fudge. What about that, man? Do you know how you wanna rock it, man? Yeah, I'm rocking the Mac. What up, y'all? Back. Doom TV, back. What up, y'all? Back. Just something light, man. Just something light. That's it. Just something light. Something bright. You feel me? That's it, man. What we doing, man? Just a quick rundown on letting you know how it's going down. That's it, man. I just came outside to say what up to the family and the folks real quick, see what y'all doing. You know what I mean? Because they out there playing around. They playing around out there. We working. We hustling. Salute to all those that came in attendance. Just that quick. Easy work, man. Do-Rag Doom, man. Support that man beater, you heard? We outside with that. Came out here for 20s, 11. That was quick. Quick work. Feel me? Got that out real quick. I ain't even done yet. I just wanted to come outside for a quick one. Feel me? I draw quick. That's it. It's 11 o'clock at night over here in New York City. It should be the same time for you, where you located at. But we here. Get in the building for one more round. I might do 40 minutes. Just because I love it. Feel me? Do about 40 minutes worth of work. I ain't gonna jerk the promoters like that. I came to work, man. It ain't even Friday yet, man, but I came to work. I gave you what I told you earlier. Now we're gonna run the program. You know what I'm saying? It was a good run. Your man went back to going back over there to deal with Hassan Campbell. So big up the Wax Dog. He's back motivated again. You feel me? Got him back outside working. That's good. That was what the job was all about. Get him outside to work. You know what I mean? So he came to work. Y'all saw his work outside. He looked good. He hustling. You know what I'm saying? It was a tie, in case y'all want to know. It was a tie. Nobody won. Hip-hop won for the YouTube sake of making YouTube great again. So big up the Wax Dog and Hood TMZ for being the referee, you heard? Because we all win. Nobody won, but the culture won. It showed that we lived to do another YouTube another day, you heard? So we did our thing, man. So big up to Wax Dog for coming back outside. So in this game, we still gonna hustle you. We still here. We gonna hustle you, man. Got another couple more minutes with me, you heard? The guy with the mask. Ask me your questions. So we back. Feel me? Like that track by Lieutenant Leatherneck. Feel me? Let me see if I can find some other natural order of great beats from my peoples. You know what I mean? How we looking out there? Hmm? So yeah, I was watching this movie, right? And I had come to a conclusion that I thought this person was a person. You know what I mean? Then when I read their name and looked them up, I find out that the name and everything was of a different character. I said this couldn't be the person I just saw. So I saw that. I was saying to myself, how many more actors and actresses is like this? I was disturbed. I was disturbed because I was like, yo, they look excellent. Come to find out, they was excellent, all right, from another tribe of somewhere else. And I was like, yo, but that. So I went to search, found a lot of work on them. And I said, look what Hollywood did to, you know what I'm saying? And that was in 20. Let me see, was that 7? I think it was. Look how long it's been, and look how long it took for me to think about that. It took me this long to say, yo, ain't that's, I just saw this. I was watching the flick with my peoples. I said, yo, they remind me of somebody. So I went to go find the person. It took me a minute. I had to think of the movie that they played in. But I knew it started with a letter, and I had to put it together. So I put them letters together. And I said, nah, let me how I did it. It wouldn't give it to me at first. So I kept pressing certain actresses. And sometimes they played come up with what they played in. So I saw what they played, and I said, "Oh, there you go." Looked at it, got their name, ran it. No, when I looked at it, I was like, "That's the person I'm looking for." For what we was watching just now, you know what I'm saying? What this man doing? So their name was there, and it says 2 different names. So I asked, "What's his name?" Look it up. They told me that's the name, but it's spelled like this too. I said, "Look at this." I said, "Look at this," and they look excellent. I said, "Yo, this is crazy." At the time, before I knew what they were, I was like, "Yo, they look excellent." Like I was watching another movie about the same person. I was like, "Yo, they look like twins." That's their sibling. You'd be surprised, I said to myself, on how many things is uncovered or will be, um, covered and will be uncovered. You'd be surprised how many things is covered that you didn't see. You know what I'm saying? I didn't watch the movie. I think I saw the person in another movie, but they look like the person that I remember from some movie. I was like, yo, look at this. Is that them too in this? You never know. Actresses playing all sorts of things and people playing all sorts of things. They covered that and they made them pregnant. The movie that they was in, they was pregnant. They got pregnant or something like that. Or they was pregnant, they found out they was pregnant. However, and then as the storyline went, they showed bumps of the baby being presented. And they showed birth, practically. Get out of here. Hollywood, you got me, man. You tricked me, Hollywood. You got me. That was for real. You know what I'm saying? It was. I said, yo, that I'm still like, how many more? So that's why I kind of say, man, I gotta figure something else out to look at for entertainment or come deal with y'all guys. If not, like I did today, I spoke to the Oracle, man. We wrote down some work. Y'all heard a little bit of it. but it ain't really complete. But you know how we do. But I went back to the basics of things. Like if it got too out of control and I can't gravitate to what you're doing, I run back to the basics. That's the only thing that keeps me motivated. The basics. Because you can't go wrong with the basics. You gotta go back to training, but it ain't extensive. It's just to go back there to get grounded again and come back and be like, yo, we back. You know? So in this sense, I don't know. You gotta find something to dig deep in. That there got it makes I don't want to go in the rabbit hole with that. Even though I got a team full of rabbits to get me through that. And Bugs Bunny is leading the race. So I don't really want to go down and waste time, spend money with the rabbits over there, running through all that, getting it done. That's a heavy one. Like, who else is under the radar that made you believe that that's who they were? Because I said that's who they are from the flick. And I'm comparing the picture. And I'm like, yo, they look very similar. And I'm like, yo, maybe that's family from somewhere. Man, that is a complete opposite. That's an op, man. That's why I said, look out for the ops. They selling garbage down the block. That means that. Like, I got caught off guard because I watched that, I think, with a family person or a friend or just laying back, just let me see what this is about. And one of your actors who played in another movie was they boyfriend kissing and lovey dovey. So I asked you that question a while back, not too long ago in the lives. Are you ready to be an actor or anything inside of something getting in front of this camera? Because once you get in front of it, man, it's a wrap. Because if I see that guy, I'm gonna say, how did you get to play that role? How did you psych yourself out? You know what I mean? To know that person is not that person. You know what I mean? Sit down, man. Knowing that person is not that person. You know what I mean? So it's psyched out. You feel me? To know that you got to act like that person is that person in order to get that scene off. You'll get paid. That's cool. But the question later on what you are, but then again, you know, they get paid. They get the money. And the atmosphere is totally different because they accept it. Like, yo, that was good that you played that. That was excellent. You shed some light on it. That's all they'll say. And then he got to say, oh, I played the character that likes that or does that or involve himself in. I had to play, like I told you, a character that messed with one of the kids' mothers who was smoking crack. So these things exist, man. This exists. We gotta, also, boy, I'm telling you, make your own John. I think you should do that. hmm You know what it takes to make a movie. I think you should do it. I plan on doing it in the fall. Yeah. As soon as autumn season come in, I'm gonna start initiating some different camera work. Because doing this day in and day out is good. But we're gonna expand after that heat control go down. And we definitely gonna be behind the scenes because we gotta get the store going. You know what I mean? Because they got people on YouTube that scout stores. You know what I mean? You don't even know who bought it. You look for them. They'll just give you that user is unavailable, but you got to purchase. So whoever they are, we thank you. You know what I'm saying? And they do the same thing for Cash App unless they changed it. So people are having anonymous gift for you on Cash App. Then when you go request them or try to give them something, they don't want it back. I ran across a few Cash Appers that you ask the request, and they rock with you. They rock with you, but you can't. They don't take. They don't take it. So they like to give on their own time. We thank them for that, because maybe that's what that means on why they say no request. And it could be an emergency for a request, but they don't have it. So we gotta chalk it up. You know what I mean? It's been a nice, excellent ride today. It was cool today. It wasn't too hot today. But we know yesterday what it was. That wasn't fair at all. It lets me know that just stay prayed up, because the Most High gave me a blessing, and that was mercy. Because they was trying to tell y'all to conserve energy and all that. What up, Stocks? You know what I'm saying? They were telling us, so they really wanted y'all to be melted. Luckily, my AC still works. Word. That was a blessing. You know what I mean? That was a blessing. Because I didn't know. Because, you know, I come from the fan era, you know what I mean? That you just take your shirt off, splash yourself with a little water, and mama got like 4 or 5 fans low. She don't want to hear that noise running all up and down the house all day. And you better stop running back and forth, because you opening the doors too hot. You know what I'm saying? I heard about the heat waves out there. That wasn't a heat wave. That was a HARP controlled weather program. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know after heat comes rain. Now, this ain't Arizona. This ain't Cincinnati, Ohio. Squad up. Every time, you know, when it's hot, when the earth get that amount of heat, she got to rotate to bring water. She still got to distill water. For some apparent reason, a cloud of that was blocked off from HARP, a weather control program, to make us get in tune, to understand that you might not have shade next time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's the wilderness. The wilderness don't have a highway. It's a standstill. That's like having a magnifying glass. He said, I'm 100% with you. Yeah, it's like having a magnifying glass just holding it. It don't move except when the wind. So the forest don't have highway. We got highway traffic. So that mix with that heat. Now, here go the bombshell. Bombshell is that could be the nuclear effect that traveled after all those bombs was deactivated, because it felt just like a microwave. You heard? I went to my science class, because I stood in my science. I went to the older gods, you know what I'm saying, put me on. I sat down and spoke with the Lord. They explained, like, this is not normal. The animals was almost at a standstill of seizures. My dog was in the process of one, and I didn't know it, because we was doing it fast. Like, yo, you sure? I ran him out there. Boy, that nigga tongue was hanging out his mouth, eyes wide open. I thought he was dying. He came back. I couldn't even do his 1, 2, 3. Took him out at night. Gave him a little comfort. But we went around like 9 o'clock. That shit started like 5 in the morning. I thought we could do it around 9 because I kept watching. That shit started earlier than that. That fire was, it was at 5 o'clock in the morning, it was 75 degrees. Yep. It was 75 degrees. How I know? If I had my shirt off and I had the fan on, and the door cracked. I'm not too much of a fan for the AC like that unless I know what time. I'm like, yo, I can't breathe. We're gonna have to get some antifreeze in here, man. We're gonna have to inhale that shit because that shit is not good. Inhaling that shit all day. You rather get essential. The fall, the blowing all day. That shit crazy. And then stupid niggas will put their face in front of it and acting like they cool and getting cool. And they don't even know that they getting fluid in their lungs. And some people pass and die out from that antifreeze. That's like sitting in the car with the John on, and you know what I mean? That's just science. You know what I'm saying? That's just some science. Because we know the sun is the hottest star. We know that. We know that. We know that. It was something. You know how I know? Let me tell you something. Listen. If Superman, let me see what he said. We have huge temperature swings here. I wear a hoodie in the morning and tank top man beaters by 2. Yeah, that's a super cool fact. But let me tell you something. You know, they got things out of space, man, that could shift planets. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what that was yesterday. A few inches push to push Earth towards that sun, being that it's the 3rd planet away from that bitch. You know what I'm getting at? So it's a 3rd planet. So they got out there, got some space shuttles with some good thrust, hyper thrust, you know what I mean? And pushed the planet like 19 more degrees up. Feel me? Perpendicular, pushed it. Just kept pushing that shit until I believe, right? I think when they pushed the planet, it shifted a little bit, right? And then it stopped because the equator, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because the equator, you know what I'm saying? The orbit would it's like a magnet. You know how you move a magnet and then it'll fly right back. But if you put things in front of it, it'll follow it, but it'll still be a blockage. Like you can pull a magnet between a board and it'll still follow each other. So the Earth is trying to say, yo, what are you doing? Because she spin fast. So for her to spin so fast at a rate that you can't feel, the only thing that could stop gravity basically is like heat. Heat is the only thing that could stop gravity. Because once everything starts falling, that's it. No more fall. You know what I'm saying? Magnetic polar shifting, yeah. But Earth is so powerful. She's 3rd from the sun. She's birthed. She's pulling back, but she can't because she only weighs 6 sextillion tons. That's how much the Earth weighs. 6 sextillion tons. That's a lot. Followed by 21 ciphers from what we was taught. 6 sextillion tons, not trillions, billions, and millions. So she weighs 6 sextillion tons, followed by 21 ciphers. That's a lot of weight to be held up by gravity. And we all know that you can't have fire unless you have air. So don't tell me space ain't got air. You can't tell me that. Space got air. You just can't breathe it because your lungs only concerned right here. do-rag doom bombs. You feel me? You can't do it. But you can get used to it. That's like going back into your mom's Omnia sack and drinking that water. And the movie showed us that from the abyss. The body will remember it, but it got to scare you for a minute. It's going to scare you because you had it for 9 months, practically almost 10 months. But you've been drinking this water from the Omniac sac, so technically we could breathe underwater without having to have gills, but not that long. You know what I'm saying? That's why probably the Atlantis and all that. And then they told us about mermaids and all that. It's possible, most likely. You know what I'm saying? Because we know how to still tap into our telekinesis mindsets. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to tell your body, like, hey, I'm going to get ready to go hit. That motherfucker going to tell you, nigga, we ain't been here in 5,000 years. I'm talking about you can do it. Man, look, let me shock you real quick. Maybe I'll think about it. And then after he think about it, he like, all right, God, you can breathe. The movie Abyss showed us that was crazy. Until the guy said it. And I had to look it up. Told my teacher about it. And he said it's possible. And he said it's most likely could be done. Mm-hmm. I'm not mad at the hidden knowledge. Because this whole thing was, that's why the black people got in trouble. Because we was worrying about that instead of staying on one knowledge. I think when we got finding too much of that, it took us out of our turn of being something we needed to be. And go back to that. You know what I'm saying? But yet we got this. So I believe that's what took place with my position of path. You know what I mean? Besides being peer pressured into selling them drugs. So this game came down to saying, yo, let me figure something out. Or let me find the truth of where the black people came from. You know, we the black man. If I'd have left that nigga shit alone, I would have been something more different than how I am, which I'm grateful for, but more likely could have been a better stand than how it looks. Because that's sad. You know, I'm not blaming it on anything no more. I think I'm going to blame it on that I should have knew more better. Basically, that's it. I should have knew more better by saying, I don't think that's going to look good. Because looking into the future wasn't like being some type of card reader. This was just easy. Because my thought was like, oh, I got this amount of time before I reach that age. I turned around. I'm almost knocking on that age door. And I'm trying to find everything that I did. And I'm like, damn, what the hell took place in the year that I didn't even know I was going to, well, I had it presented, but I ain't knew, I ain't had no death in my life saying that, yo, I don't think I'm a C25 or 50 or none of that like that. I just was like, what is going to be like for me at that age? And it sure enough told me something, though. You know what I mean? It told me something like, yo, people ain't people no more. That's number one. You're going to have to find people of that age sector now. Keep your comedy and relaxation of what makes you happy going, like what I'm doing now, because a lot of things be changing once you turn that certain number. Yep. Especially if you have loved ones around you. Unfortunately, my kids and peoples is of age, so I'm grateful for that. But you know, I think they use that is lonely at the top shit. They say. I guess that can be done, but it ain't that. I guess it gotta be quick. Like, yo, come on, let's get it done. All right, you got it. All right, what time is it? All right, good. This is a 4 or 5 hour event. Shit like that. Feel me? We out of here. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we gotta make a run. I gotta catch my TV programs and I gotta walk my animal and all that, get food prepared and all that. I got another gig, and plus I gotta go deal with my YouTube family also. So there's a lot of good work. You know what I'm saying? A lot of good work. So it could be space thrusters pushing Earth towards the sun. We got that out the way. We talked about Scam Donnie, aka Mom Donnie, Ma'am Donnie, or Mom Donnie, Zoran, the snake oil con man. Talking about Adams and his independent race for mayor for second term. Kicked a little few rhymes. That was good. What else is powerful now? Talking to Stockbrook family, discussing heat and things of that nature. That was perfect too. Perfect. And we also working on keeping memory too. Because at the age you push, I think that goes away. And the reason why I think it goes away, right, is because could be from the wrong food. I go for that. Certain food that you implemented all your life without fasting from time to time, giving your body a break. That takes a toll. But distractions, you know. But when I told my peoples about what they talking about today, I knew all this already. Like maybe you could say because we saw it before the internet, because this is what y'all getting now. Because back then, one nigga, two niggas, three niggas, that's all niggas needed to have a conversation anyway. So doing all this, yo, we need about 7 people over here, 900 people over here. That's game. Because when I'm in the street with my man, we chilling, we sipping and blowing some sage. I ain't looking to find another nigga because more of that is extra more work, talk crazy and shit. The niggas ain't gonna get nothing done. So 1 or 2, 3 people, conversation is complete. That's beautiful. Word up. So all that other shit just be about some psychology shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad that it gotta go like that, but that's the way y'all designed it. Because I've been saw all this. Now I didn't see the mayors and shit like that. I'm talking about far as like the politics and far as like what's going on with certain actors and certain jobs and things. Like we've been talked about that inside my OG class when we was before internet. You know what I mean? This was 2006. We 20 years, man. We 19 years ago. So the internet came back like this. It's different. But my classroom taught us how to stay diligent and plus don't be too out of bounds with this because people still don't understand it. They still thinking it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Well, I appreciate you, Stockbrooks family. You are an amazing motivational speaker. Yeah, I got that from dealing with my high school, Boys and Girls High School in Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, New York. Um, I picked up the game early. I was always into speeches. You know what I'm saying? I just never wrote them like that. I always can gravitate the talk by just saying, okay, let me put it together like this. But I never really had nobody put me. I never went to no class. You know what I'm saying? I never really tried that. You know, I think being a rapper helped that out. You know what I'm saying? When the motivational speaker started out being the MC, master of ceremony. So maybe that's why you said that. You gotta have some good intention and you caught it. So that's good. Big up to you. So in this case, man, you know, I was out there before. Bully got this song called I've Been There. But I was out there before. So this job that y'all doing today is new. It's profitable. It's exciting to know that you could come up here and really do your expression, feelings, and get some people to like what you're doing. That's kind of really amazing. And for you to be sowing drugs. What up, Brittany Stocks? Oh, okay. Peace and love to the queen. So, in this case, in sense of riding the mic, of riding the bike, and all the rest of the good stuff, right? This here is like, keep the cue cards going. So yeah, being the MC, being the motivational speaker come from that, and dealing with people. And becoming where I had to become how I am now is because you have to be a good listener. You know, at that time I was a real good listener, still am. I got selective hearing now, but at that time I was a very good listener. To become a good motivational speaker, you have to be a good listener, so you can know how to dissect the talk. Get ready to display. You know, so I may not be very highly with the $500 words from these people's magazines, crossword puzzles. Nice to meet you. I heard him in here a few times and watch and wanted to come visit. Salute. Wakanda love, you heard? Queen of Stock, that's her name. Queen of Stock. Yeah. She's got the whole stock going up. The Queen of Stock is in the building. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put her inside this war with us, but that's what she did. That's who she is. That's the Queen of Stock. She got the stock going up. Whatever stock you running around with, that's what they got. Feel me? You need wristband watches. The stock for wristband watch, it goes up. Yesterday price is not stock prices tonight. Stay hydrated. What else we got? Okay, so they in the building, so we're gonna have to pump up the value. Yes, no doubt. Really, there's no more of that. I'm not from the X. We do AIP the Chadwick Boseman, you heard? Black Panther, power to the peoples, you know, that's why it's full power to the peoples. I'm looking for Nippy, sit down, man. Close the door. Stop playing around. We got this live show. We got people running around, moving around. They just not moving in the camera, they in the back. They trying to find the cue cards. I'm looking at the cue cards. They can show me the same thing. I'm trying to gain focus here. What was I saying? Yeah. Get that. Put the saves together. See the other Doom staff out in the building. They normally will be here. They normally be here. Unfortunately, these clubs is open tonight. So I'm working by myself with a new person. You know, we pay these peoples every day to come join Focus. She said, I wish I could stay, but I gotta get to work. I said, okay, cool. I will be back. Have a good day. Nice, sir. Yes, Queen of Stock, no doubt. The beloved Queen of Stock. I got a few good, beautiful women on the team helping the guards out. Thanks to Stockbrook Family Farms, King Stock, and Queen Stock. Yo, sit down. Sit down. Hold on. This guy keep moving back. Who's that? What's going on now? All right, come on. Y'all got to sit down. Okay. We almost done. We got about like what? 15 more beautiful minutes. I'm just playing around with this thumbnail. I'm trying to have fun. Get my mind into the political ring of things. So we can have fun with this wordplay of Scam Don, aka Zoran, Mom Don. Nah, nah, nah. That's fake. Man, Adams said he's a snake oil ex-con businessman dancing around New York City selling housing. Like he he's housing. He's selling housing. He's he's selling housing. I've been looking for housing all my life. I've been looking to find where my voucher gonna take. And my uncle put me aside. He said, Joe, you know, because I don't be known. I just know I got it done. They asked me to renew it. I go renew it. I come back. That's it. They said don't get lost. I ain't gonna get lost. So I stay in the mode of where they can find. They said this thing could reach how many states? I asked. How many boroughs, which I know we can go to with it. But will they allow what we got? We may not get the extra 2 bedrooms, but we might get a 3. But we don't want the bedroom though. He said a $500,000 house here is only $500K in West Virginia. Is wild. See what I'm saying? But we in New York State though, so we're gonna have to push Westchester, Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? We talking about right there, like, because New York State is big. It may not look big, but it's real big. It's a lot of areas. When they was taking my ass to that jail cell up north in Clinton Correctional Facility in Dannemora, New York, I said, I didn't know Dana was all the way up here. We talking white territory. Now, I straighten up. A little boy straighten up quick. So you asked about my motivational speaking skills? Well, I was around some good folks that had babies on ropes. Mm. 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 Word. That was deadly. Can you imagine that? It was only, he said, do you think it would be hard to move to a 90% white area with your upbringing? Nah. My aunt, oh, let me get this right. I like this brother talking to me like this because he's a good brother, right? This is my brother. This is my brother, Stockbridge family. I don't have too many. I don't even know how to say it. I'm gonna say it like this, right? Um, but this was gonna determine. That was an hour. I ain't even see. Answer my man, cause I like kicking it with him. He's very highly intelligent. So in this case, right? I don't want to call y'all white people. if you would have said a different race of mankind, I'd have said okay, right? So white means pure. It means untainted. And black means sullen, like SULLEN, sullen. You know, the opposite of white. That's what they'll say. So hanging around y'all good folks, there's nothing wrong with that. I just think when we get around those good folks, it becomes like a charity case. I don't want to be considered that. I like the hospitable of being around it. No, I'm breaking it down. Nah, go ahead, brother. You good. Stop. Let me answer, because that's what the job is. Be engaging, baby. Plus your wife is there, so she need to hear me. Big up to Queen. Stop. So dealing with the good folks, I call people that. But I don't want to be involved with a charity case, but I like the hospitality of the atmosphere of the good folks. See, the good folks understand the line cross. I mean, they understand that, we don't want to cross no line. But in all contrary, because I had a white good friend named Joe Black. I named him Joe Black. He was white as snow. But his name was Joe Black because I liked his ideas on hip hop. He was just talking. I'm like, wait a minute, what's up with you? Your name Joe Black. You know what I mean? I get it. Too many whites looks to use black folks to seem like. So yeah, so I don't want that, But what I understand is that the hospitality can be overwhelming is where I'm coming from. Now it's starting to feel like they wake you up, set you up, do this, to do that. And then it's come outside, let me show my friends. And then you be like, what friend? And then the person come, they eyes glued to you for the time that they holding that one cup of champagne for however long it is. They just standing there. So technically, man, I wouldn't have a problem. I love it. I used to go to Pennsylvania, Delaware, Pennsylvania. He said, right, the over hospitality is racist too. Yeah, very much. Because they were like, come over here, come see me with my friends. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, okay, that's like the black guy with the white girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Come over, let me see my homegirl. And now, here go a problem with that. Something going to happen now. They want to imagine about the phallus of the black man and all this. Is it true that they are like that? And here it is. We don't want the OJ trial all over again, man. I'm too smart for that shit. I'd rather get it in writing or something, you heard? Before I come over. I said the joke long time ago, before I met you. I said, Joe, I'm going to write it out. And before I go there, like me saying I'm not racist, I have black friends. It's wow. Yeah, that sounds crazy. Now you understand. But here it goes. How to fix that is easy. It's easy. Just by identifying yourself. Straight up and down. See, I like a white person that like they would talk dirty, like how Ric Flair be, you know what I'm saying? Or Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know what I'm saying? That there is like You know, don't you talk to my black friend like that. I'll break it. So, you know, these are good situations. You know what I mean? You know? So the ride out will be perfect. You know? The only thing you have to do is just tell them, yo, I don't go overboard. And that'll be kind of cool too. Because you know, the bar fights, the bar scenes, and you know, the one thing I like about them, they know how to drink and they know how to have a good time without racism. But sometimes it plays its part because, you know, people just be people. They so excited that the Klan ain't there to hang your ass. Feel me? The Klan ain't there to hang your ass. Feel me? So you made it practically, you know? So it's real. But would I date or would I go with someone out my race? Now, I'm not with all what people say and go through and I'm keeping it this, keeping it that. I would love to experience something like that to chill out. Because now it'll become a great conversation. And see, I want to carefully say this. He said, I am an alcoholic stoner. I was raised as a Christian in all the white towns of 800 people. Race never came up. I really don't care about it respectfully. But see, if I would have came there, so you got 800 people in that town, opportunity is great. So if I would have came out there and made a family, it would have been 1,000, right? So let's say we would have been walking around looking at y'all at Kroger's or whatever supermarket y'all got out there that's widely spread because you got to buy it in bulk. You know, I love it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I won't use it as too much comedy or too much anything. I have fun with it. You know, that's like saying I don't like these peoples here, but all those peoples ain't bad peoples. It's just a few peoples that's just not understanding some things. So I learned how to get past racism. Racism is not even the word. Racism means you just want your race to be ahead of the next race. That's what racism means. I don't want your race to be ahead of my race. So racism is not even, it don't even exist. You know what I'm saying? Prejudice is probably the word you're probably looking for. Am I prejudiced? Probably. Racist? Yeah, I'm a racist. Prejudice? Nah, I'm not a prejudice. Racist? I'm a racist. I want my race to get back to where they got back before they stupid shit, right? But it's real. But we changed it. We want all races to get to the level. Pull up the next race. It's a race. It's a race, baby. That's all it is. A race. That's all it is. Prejudice, prejudge. Huh? So, you know, I hold these good conversations with my elite people. And we try to get past the conspiracist theory of certain things, but logic takes over and we use common sense. So common sense is what's lacking in all these YouTube channels. If maybe some has it, some don't. So I think I know how to answer some questions very well. I believe I could think pretty good. You know, I'm an ex-chess player, so I think I could think pretty good. Ex-MC from back in the days. I think I could think on my feet, chew gum, and walk out the street at the same damn time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Appreciate you. So, in all aspects, Superman said, yeah. So, but to end it off will be just like this. Like, you know, so we got that out the way. I would love it because my whole thing would be, what can I produce while I'm out there? Will I get work? Will I have a good living? You know what I'm saying? Will I be coming to the town hall meetings? However they have their situation, or is it just nah, you did good, Uncle. You did good, King Stock. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, am I going to the projects? Am I going to an area where it's just, you know, 2-bedroom house? You know, however, whatever. I would love it. You know, but I would want to know what's the ways of staying lively, with staying cultivated. You know what I mean? In a town like that, because we know once we enter a town full of other descendants, right? We know we will be talked about once they door close and they at their dinner table or at their coffee table or maybe in their bedroom. So we need to find an avenue. We just can't say, well, he get in his car, he drive off every day. All we do is see him come in with a box. Maybe he moving in. Yeah, he's moving across the street. Who house was that? You walk past this house 1,000 goddamn times. Now you want to know who house was that. You know that was Miss Mary Jenkins' house. You know goddamn well that was Miss Jenkins' house. Get out of here. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? She just went to Florida, sold the house. She didn't. Now y'all gonna say, but did she know she was selling to a black family? She took the black money and broke the fuck out. That's a super glue fact. Word up. I was saying to myself, thank you, Miss Mary Jenkins. I needed this little house. This house, you can still smell the what they got. What's the smell they got? You can still smell that Elizabeth Taylor perfume in the background, floating in them old closets. Huh? It's amazing. And, you know, we could go on and on with that. It'll be beautiful for me because we know that it'll be more questions behind the question of the black man being around the good folks. The good folks. He said, right, you always be called the black guy I work with or the black guy at the store. If I move to the hood, would I be the cowboy or the white boy? I know it's not exactly the same. Well, after and when gentrification came in, it wasn't that hard to announce that we got some extra folks of a different descent. Because the niggas gonna yell it out, but me perfectively putting it together, because, you know, I see them walk by, I initiate a hi to them. You know what I'm saying? And my question, my highs is peace and love. You know what I mean? Because for them to be gentrified here, you know, they are right? They say, okay, we coming back down to the ghettos. Their idea is going to look different. They may not be at your barbecue, but they'll offer you something if you walk by. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Can I get one of those? Sure, come on in. You feel me? But not really. You'll be one of us. Because once you initiate yourself and how you come through, Now, if you cowboyish, then it's a different story. Yo, we got a cowboy over here. That's a different look. If you're a shaggy white boy, then that's what they have a word for. Yo, the shaggy white family, the shaggy white, they have shit like that. They won't know your name. And majority of the time, they'll probably call you Tom or Karen. You know what I'm saying? They'll try to categorize you over that. But if you came through and you was normal white guy, looking like John Hamm from Mad Men or some shit, yeah. Looking like Sean Penn or something, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, your hair was changed. Could have probably went for as a spick problem. Mm-hmm. I'm doing TV. I have to do this. You have to know me. You asked a good question. You made me feel how we talk. Look how long we've been rocking. You know what I'm saying? I ain't asked you for nothing in your pocket. Do-rag doom balls. I ain't asked you nothing. All I did was say thank all those that come in attendance. I go on about my business, live off of however YouTube pay me for the business. We working. So now if you ask to go with someone that had a different language barrier, what you doing, man? Relax, what's up with you? A language barrier, then that probably would be a challenge. Because now it's hand signals and touchy, whatever the case may be to get the idea across. It's mad real. You know what I'm saying? Stop that. What's going on over here? What is you doing in this John? What we doing? Yeah. So, because I remember back in the days, just back in the days. Mm-hmm. When we couldn't go to Bensonhurst. Now, white folks and Italian white folks, we're talking two different white folks. And if we talking white folks, that's like, you gotta worry about the sundown white folks. So it's still a lot. Yeah, it don't happen often respectfully. So in this case, since we got a lot against us. But see, during the times of slavery, white folks was considered to be the abolitionists. When they was abolitionists, you know what I'm saying? When those good white folks was the abolitionists, it was very, very comfortable. Hiding us in the basements, advocating for us to get out of slavery, stopping them from hanging us and putting us into boxes and humiliating us for their entertainment. So the abolitionists was out there working hard. So, get around that town, you might survive better, and love might come out a little bit more richer. So we did with $120. We're gonna give 3 more minutes, and we're gonna take it to the next level of see y'all tomorrow. Big up to King Stock and Queen Stock. They came through. Feel me? 200 people came through for this hour and some change. It is what it was. We out here. The conversation was excellent. Anything other than that, I'll work it out. See y'all in the next few hours of the day. However the day pulls us through, Doom TV.